Welcome to Successful Toy Podcast, where we shine a light on the positive side of every journey. Our platform is dedicated to celebrating the success stories and unique experience of people from all walks of life, regardless of their fame or background. Whether you're a well-known figure or just starting out, the Successful Toy Podcast is here to share your story and inspire other listeners with your achievements and insights. Join us as we explore a diverse range of topics and uplift voices that deserve to be heard. Everyone has a story to tell, and we're here to listen. Hey y'all, hey, so I'm back with another episode, and today we're going to be talking about mental health. So I want my guest to introduce herself to you guys.
Hello, my name is Alecia Jacobson, and I live in Madison, Wisconsin. I have a bunch of children, and I am a women's life and health coach, and also have a podcast.
When you say a bunch, what do you mean by a bunch?
6. So we're blended.
Ooh.
Yeah. So my husband had 2, I had 2, and then we had 2. So all the way from going to be a freshman in college to going to be a first grader. So there's a whole range in between. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bunch.
From college to first grade?
Yes.
That's a big gap. Mm-hmm. Was you guys mad that y'all started over?
Pardon?
Was y'all mad that y'all started over? Like, what were we thinking?
I do think that often of like, what did we get ourselves into? Because we haven't been out of the weeds ever. It's like we're just constantly. It's getting a little bit easier now, but yeah, it's a little crazy sometimes.
Okay, well, it's okay. Did y'all manage this far? So it's okay,
right? Yes.
So let's get into it. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All righty. Do you discuss mental health in your household?
Oh, yes.
And do you really think that it's important? Because some people don't discuss mental health. So do you really think it's important for people to speak on mental health in their household?
Yeah, it's something I talk about a lot, especially with my kids and my husband. I feel like it's a high topic in our house. Yes.
Yes. And with that, because I don't know for you too, like when we was growing up, we was taught we wasn't able to voice our opinion, state how we feel. So it's like now that I'm grown, I feel like back then it should have really been in the house in all households, because we would have had a better understanding on life and dealing with certain situations versus you not talking about it. So you have the door open to your kids feel comfortable enough to where if something is bothering them, they can speak on it. I love that.
That's my hope. Yeah.
I love it. I mean, even though I didn't talk about mental health in my household with my 3 boys, because I have 3 boys, but at the same time, my sons, they still come to me when they feeling some type of way, or they'll be like, you made me feel like this the last time we spoke, so that's why I took a break from you, but now I'm okay. I can talk about it. I ain't mad no more. You know what I'm saying? I like that, but I couldn't do that when I was little. Mm-mm.
Yeah, well, I think the family we grew up in probably didn't have the skills to even start those kind of conversations. And then they weren't able to teach us those skills. And now we thankfully get to rewrite the script a little bit.
Yeah. How do you manage your own mental health?
Ooh, I like to cry. Yesterday was a full moon. I spent the full day. I was like, I have to go on tomorrow. I cannot have puffy eyes. There's a lot of release that happens, which is, I think, I can't remember what the book is, but there's, I think it might be called Burnout, but it's called Completing the Stress Cycle. And one of them is crying. And that's something that a lot of people maybe don't feel comfortable doing, but it's actually really good for you. Physical. I used to own a gym. And so I'm a big supporter of, anything physical. I do rage walks, which I think are fantastic for that sort of overwhelming feeling to kind of have that completion of that cycle. But really it's creating a foundation ahead of time so that when things do come up, you have the tools and the skills to handle it.
What is rage walk for those that don't know?
Oh, rage walking. It's when what is the language like? Am I allowed to?
Cuss.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And this isn't bad, but like when you're just so I know in the future, when you're just so pissed off and where shit's just going wrong, and you just go out and you put on some probably like angry music or music that makes you feel kind of just like let the rage out, and then you just walk really fast.
Got you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that next time I get in a rage and I need to calm myself down.
Yes. Kind of like rage cleaning. I feel like most people are that's something that people do where they have a release when they sort of just, like you come home and mom's just got everything torn apart. It's like, whoa.
Mhm. Like,
Let her
hold on.
give her some space.
The Blemish Beauty Podcast say, I love that rage walking. For real. I never knew that was a thing. That's why I said, tell the people who don't know. Breaking the sound and said, you glowing, fam. Girl, shut up. You see my skin popping. I definitely rage clean. Okay, so I think that's what I do. I probably rage clean, but I want to start rage walking because it's sometimes when you do walk, it do clear your mind and calms you down. So I like.
Mhm. Yeah.
How would you rate your current mental health status out of 10?
Ooh, well, if you would have asked me yesterday, I would have said a 2. But today, probably like an 8.5, 9.
That's good. From
Yeah.
a 2 from yesterday.
Yeah. Well, yesterday was a full moon. I'm a big believer in all the things, sometimes they have to sort of crumble so that you can come back.
Mhm.
And yesterday was a very cleansing day. And today I'm like, okay, it's a new day. And yeah, today feels much better.
Hmm. Huh, so you believe in it? I believe in when it's a full moon, the werewolf gonna come out.
Yes. And we have proof here.
For real?
I mean, if you talk to, like teachers or things like that, they will say the kids in their classroom are full moons are usually crazy. And there's a lot of, things that happen with that full moon energy. So yeah, I definitely feel, and even across our house yesterday, there was just a lot of big emotions coming up and a lot of, talking through things. And yeah, I definitely
Hmm.
felt it, which afterwards you sort of have that sort of hangover that comes with the emotion. So that's where, like today, there's this kind of cleansing, like deep breath type
Right.
feeling. Yeah.
I'm glad you went from 2 to 8.5 though. That is amazing. That
Right.
you literally can control that. You know what I'm saying? Because some people they get into that and it's hard for them to come out of it, Because I used to be that way. It used to be hard for me to come out like
Yeah. Well, it feels same thing. And that's before I sort of realized, oh, there might be a pattern, or, oh, I feel this sort of gloom and doom. And then a day later, it's like, oh, and I think it's cyclical too with
Mhm.
menstrual cycle. I think that can happen also where your hormones shift and change, and that impacts the way that your mental health feels.
I don't have a mental cycle, so I don't even know how that feels anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna take a quick break before we go into the next question. And this show is sponsored by Shiesty Apparel. You can follow them on Instagram at Shiesty Apparel, Shiesty.apparel, sorry. Yes. Y'all make sure y'all go shop at successfultoypodcast.com. We have a comment before we get into. Oh, she just said, okay, merch promo. Thank you, girl. Do you struggle a lot with mental health issues?
Not anymore. I think I used to. Not when I say that, when you say mental health issues, I would say the sort of deeper rooted kind. No, the I really enjoy. Oh, this seems like something. Let's say I get an email and it feels triggering to me. Then I'm
Mhm.
like, what was in that kind of struck that chord, and I want to follow that thread and sort of
Mhm.
figure that out. So
Gotcha.
not struggle, but I like to play around with it, and kind of figure out what makes me tick.
Period. Do you think stress impact your mental health?
Well, hell yeah. Yes. Stress, sounds, somebody breathing too hard.
Oh, yes, that's me. I hate to hear a heavy breather. It's like, can you shut the fuck up? Why are
Mhm.
you breathing that hard?
Yeah. Yes. And then you have the I really like Mexican food, and my husband and I will go out for Mexican food probably once or twice a week. And some people, you sit next to them and their chip eating is like, stop, like just eat it. You don't have to it's like reverberates the sound, like stop. So yes.
Have you ever been somewhere though and you be like, can we just move to another table because that is so aggravating?
Yes. And I will move too, because I won't have that feeling that you need to go rage walk because you just can't handle it.
Hey, Breaking the Silent podcast say not just eating, baby. I'm with her because I don't been somewhere and I'm like, why is that? First of all, I done been somewhere and it was the clicking of the spoon hitting the plate. Like
Soup.
why?
Hmm.
And then the slurping up the and then all the drink going out of your cup and you with the straw. It's gone. It's no more. It's good. I hate it. I'm with you on that.
I don't remember what the question was, but yeah, that stuff will throw me.
It was, do you think stress impact your mental health?
Yes,
it
does.
Like
Well,
and
that stuff, that stuff stresses me out. But I think if you don't have the tools to handle stress, then absolutely. And then, you have the things where a stressful situation happens and your mental health can be impacted by that.
Yeah.
Yes.
For real, it's gone. Do your personal finances affect your mental health? If so, how?
Loss of sleep. Yeah. I think I actually had on my podcast, I interviewed a financial coach. She's also a friend of mine. And we talked a lot about that and the impact of people essentially taking on debt and how that impacts their mental health and specifically their sleep and anxiety and things like that. And, it makes me think, making this purchase, am I exchanging that for stress? And I thought that was really, I don't know exactly what she said, but I think that's really impactful.
Yeah. Financially, it really do. I don't care what nobody say. Like, if you ain't got no money, baby, your mental is just like, because you're thinking about all the things that you have to do, and all the things that you have to do concerns money. You have to have the money to do it. So it's just like, yes, my personal finances, I will be in a mental state for real. So I definitely get it. So we're gonna go on a quick break. Right quick before we go to the next question. And this song is from Keep Loaded Done 007.
Keep Loaded Done. Look, 007 mags. We got Big Macs. Don't forget the cheese, or we might have to push your shit back. All you heard was click clap before he got his shit snatched. He won't get no get back, cause he was never with that. Spit his whole crew up like a Kit Kat. Made his bitch throw the dick like a tit tat. I think I fucked the hoe too good. I made the group chat, and now she trying to spin it like, ain't broke, go get your bitch back. Perky got my dog itching. He need a back scratcher. He asked me, do I love her? And I asked her, why does that matter? My dog tipping do say that nigga got a bad bladder. That mini piss on any nigga thinking they the shit. Get a brick, flip a brick. I ain't never been no bitch. We can shoot open-handed or even closed fist. Choose your pick, take a pic, cause ain't no nigga fresh as this. From the shoes to the blick, on Jesus on miss. Ain't no nigga fucking with me in my bracket. Shoot a nigga from the logo, he's an open wide basket. Bitch, keep Loaded Done. I make sure it happen. If a nigga tell you otherwise, then that nigga capping. All these niggas claim they with it, but these niggas just be rapping. All these niggas claim they got it, but these niggas don't be trapping. If a nigga think he got it like Rashad, I snatch, chop a moonsault, a nigga make his ass through a bath. He fuck my dope up, cause they ain't high yet. I get upset when I see my ox, cause them niggas ain't die yet. Them niggas ain't got no money, they got bum flex. These hoes be fucking on broke niggas, they having bum sex. Every day I run to the money. get that bag up. Peace when I run up on me, I swear I get you bagged up. Every day's a murder scene, that's why I keep that mags up. Crossing meals like picking mirrors, that shit is bad luck. Fuck with me, I don't think a nigga should. Fuck with me, I don't even think them niggas could. Fuck with me, I don't even think them niggas would. Why? Cause them pussy niggas should.
Yes. Kilo the dime. With no hundreds, no ones. See, I'm thinking hold on. I don't remove my background thinking I removed the overlay. How are you feeling today?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wasn't sure if that was going out there. Good. It is my youngest one is home with me all day. So my husband had a little break, so he was able to come and take her. So when these little things work out well for me, I feel really good.
Yeah, I feel that because everybody need a break. Like, husband, come get her. Please, thank you. What takes up most of your headspace? What's taking up most of your headspace right now?
I would say work and my kids, which I feel like is a pretty average answer.
What's going on with work that is taking up your headspace?
I am in creation mode and I love doing that. And I've got a couple programs rolling out in the fall. So I'm doing a lot of, I have like my little notebook here and all my colored pens, and I like to create that way. So that's what I'm doing. And exploring some new platforms for communities. That's kind of an exciting thing.
Oh, I like that. How have you been sleeping?
Sleeping the last 3 days, not well, but before that, it's actually my goal for this. I am doing some 5K races in the next couple weeks. So my top goal has been sleep, but I've been going to bed and kind of laying there and not falling asleep. And I'm like, this is not helpful.
Is it because work be on your mind or the things that you got to do?
Nothing is on my mind. I just lay there and I'm not tired. And I don't know if I'm just too chill during the day that I haven't exerted enough energy, which I should. But yeah, I have no idea. Just the last couple of days though.
Yeah, with me, I don't know. Like, I'm like, I go to sleep when my eyes get sleepy. Because normally I fight the sleep because I be having so much on my mind and so much that I want to do when it comes to the podcast. I got to think about promo. I got to think about doing content. I got to think about, okay, if this guest don't show up, then I got to replace it with something. I got to do a music promo. I got to do a 21 question. Like, my mind just be everywhere. So
that's why I have my notebook. I write it all down. So
I'm just gonna say that I told myself I was gonna start like writing stuff down because it's like I be having in my head and be knowing everything I gotta do because I try to focus on one thing at a time. But it's like lately, it's like I do everything that I thought I did, and then I be like, I didn't do that. Now I gotta go and do this and do that. So I'm with you. I'm gonna start writing down because
yeah. Figuring it out. I also have an Aura ring, and that tracks your sleep, which is really helpful, except for when you don't sleep, then it's like, it just tells you how poorly you slept.
Okay, so where I can get this ring from? Because I need this ring.
It's like online, Aura, it's Oura, I think. And it gives you like a readiness score. Like my readiness score today was good, meaning kind of like my stress level, the things I've been doing for my body are good. It's just, I got 6 hours of sleep instead of over 7, but it tells me like I was in bed for 7.5 hours, tells you your heart rate while you're sleeping, all the things like that. So it's good. That's how I'm kind of tracking. But sometimes, I don't know if you feel this way, but you might feel like you got enough sleep, but then you realize, oh, I only got 5 or 6 hours. And then you're like, well, I probably should be tired. So I struggle with it a little bit that way because sometimes I'm like, oh, I got a good amount. And then it tells me, oh, you got 5.5 hours. And I'm like, well,
yeah. Like that was me the other night. Like I went to sleep like 3-some in the morning, but I woke up at 9:30 because my alarm go off for me every day at 9:30. And I felt so refreshed though. I felt like I had got a whole full 8 hours sleep. And
yeah,
I did. So yeah, I did. I experienced that before. So we're gonna take a quick break before we get into this last question.
Okay.
And then we will be back. So this song is by Keep Loaded On. It's called Tribes and Tribulations.
had to talk my shit real quick, man. We all grow through shit, you feel me? You don't go through shit, you grow through shit, you feel me? Trials and tribulations got my mind racing. I can't take this shit, call it constipation. Back to back blunts ain't got no rotation. I'm steady trying to learn patience every day, doing brain training. You can't never grow if you're doing the same thing. Focus on yourself, just gain and maintain. Take responsibility, stop playing the blame game. And these are the makers of a man. Don't nobody understand when you lose yourself. Ain't nobody gonna hear you when you crying for help. I jump up in the water like I'm Cleo Michael Phelps. Drowning my sorrows with this bottle till it ain't none left. Inhaling all of this gas till my problems can't breathe. I should be the MVP the way I carry my team. I need a new pair of knees the way I carry myself. They never talk about the weight of the championship belt. Can I talk my shit? Keep low to Don. Hundreds, no ones.
Yes, 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 yes. I miss you. Don't make me start singing up here.
I love that line though, where it said, "You don't go through shit, you grow through shit." I wrote that shit down.
Period. That is very motivating, though. I like that.
Yes.
I like that song. What did you do today that made you feel good?
I made slime.
I miss making slime with my granddaughter. She used to have us making slime. Grandma, can you go buy this and this so we can make some slime?
Yes, that's I sent a picture because I'm calling it mommy camp because my girls are done with their all day camp. And I'm having to I'm at that space where I'm piecing together, and I have one home with me today, and we went and picked up the stuff for slime. So just before I was like, we can't do the food coloring before mommy gets on, but we can put it together. So we were covered in the slime, but it's fun watching. She loves it.
Yeah, because the kids love that slime stuff. For real, for real. Is your daughter be on YouTube a lot?
Yes, unfortunately. Unfortunately, talk about mental health and probably what's not good for the mental health is the amount of time. It's such a struggle. It's a struggle. But yes, both of them. I have a 9 and 6, and they too much time, but they love watching the kids unbox stuff and make slime.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I guess I watch people build houses and decorate their houses or sell their houses.
So it's okay for you to watch that, because that's how, oh my God, that's how my granddaughter used to be. I don't know if she's still like that because she's 12 now. So I don't know if she's still like that, because now she's exploring different things. And I'd be like, she called me yesterday. It was like, Grandma, guess what? I got a surprise. I'm like, what's up? She was like, yeah, I'm going to dye my hair. And I'm like, what color? And she's like, just the back part. And I said, what color? She's like, red. I was like, Lord Jesus. I want her to go back to being 3 years old.
We went through a blue phase where each one of my kids had, like, not each, I had 2 girls that did their hair, like the ends of them blue, like whatever.
As a mental health advocate, I want to thank you for holding these type of discussions. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So before I let you go, I'm going to hand over the platform to you and let the people know about your podcast, how they can book you, everything that you got going on. Just tell.
Yeah. Well, I would like to thank you also for, holding the space and allowing me to come on. I really appreciate it. You can find me on Instagram at Alecia Jacobson. It's ALECIA and then JACOBSON. And then my podcast is Spirit of a Badass. And I interview women who have just gone through the shit, and I have them on to tell their stories. I also give all types of kind of habits, mindset type podcasts on the show. And you can also find my website, AleciaJacobson.com.
Period. So I don't want you to go nowhere, I don't want you to go nowhere. But they got to get the hell out of here. So thank you guys for coming and like and share, participating in the live. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Thank you for tuning in to the Successful Toy Podcast. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. You can also watch us on Facebook Live. If you prefer to listen, find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Listening Notes, Samsung Podcast, Podcast Index, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. See you in the next episode. Bye.